Yo, this is Nova Trifecta. I am Jimmy Fedora, aka Alias, aka Juicy J, all the above mentioned.
Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it be to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen?
That nigga singing. What is that from?
What's up? What's up, Mac Negro? What's up?
What is that from?
I've been watching Dawson's Creek, so they got like a whole bunch of out-of-date pop songs that come on at the end of it. So that was just one of them on that.
All I remember is the I don't want to wait for our life.
For our life to be over. But on the internet, on Netflix, something happened to where they didn't pay for the rights to the song. So when they put Dawson's Creek on Netflix or on the DVD collection, they can't play that song for the theme song.
Oh,
and
dang.
That's like the classic theme song of the 90s, and they can't even play it. So they got some other trash song that come on for the theme music. It's awful.
Wow, that's trash. That's trash.
And for a diehard day one Dawson's Creek fan to not hear the classic music at the beginning is awful.
Yeah, that's trash. That's trash.
It's trash. Trash.
Anyways, how's your week been? How everything been going? How's life, first of all?
Life is good. I'm always glad for every day that the good Lord allowed me to breathe, and my family and my friends and loved ones doing well. But it's just a trying year, man. 2020 is a trying year. We scared to go outside.
Exactly.
Well, I ain't gonna say scared to go outside, but you got to be cautious. You got to be careful everywhere you go. I'm ready for at this point, I'm like, man, give us the vaccine. And I ain't one for vaccines. I don't even take the flu vaccine. But I'm like, man, if it'll get the world back moving on track so I can go to the movies again, I'm like, all right, whatever. We take everything else they tell us to take.
I agree. Well, I agree the same. Life been going, as good as it could possibly get, as good as it possibly can. I ain't got no complaint. My family, we kind of relatively healthy, so I'm thankful for that. But let's get to the first topic of the day. Some big news, some really, really big news.
Big news.
Disney announced a slate of series, movies for Star Wars and Marvel. So I believe it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's 10 new shows each.
Yeah.
It might be a tad bit more than that. Which one you want to cover first? You want to go through the Star Wars bag or the Disney bag?
Well, what's crazy is that, yes, 10 Star Wars shows and 10 Marvel shows, but then they got like 15 Disney animation movies, and they got like 15, it was some other animation department that was coming out with 15 more. So that's, 30 new things that we're not even gonna touch on. So
not to mention the Marvel movies that we're not even discussing the movies. These are all series.
Y'all was 100% right. We was having a debate earlier this week about what Disney was gonna come out with and what they was about to give us as far as news. Mm-hmm. And y'all was absolutely right about the stuff that they was about to drop. I didn't see it coming because of the pandemic and everything. They'll let you know right there. They plan on the pandemic being over with in the next year. We don't know. They always know what's going on.
Yeah, the way they announce these movies, man, it's some. Yeah. They know they about to coup all that money back.
They plan on the pandemic being over in 2021, so they know something we don't know. Yeah. They plan on it being over because they released all this new material and content and stuff that they coming out with, but they about to blow everybody else out the water. It looked like it. I knew that was coming though. When Disney Plus opened up and Disney Plus came out and everything, I knew that they would need 1 year to get the streaming service system up under their belt. And then after that year, they was gonna be off to the races. And now everybody else gonna have to run and catch up like Disney leading the charge like they do with everything else.
Yeah, I mean, after HBO Max came in and did what they did and shitted on everybody with the simultaneous releases for like Wonder Woman, Justice League, Suicide Squad, The Matrix, Amazon Prime nabbed up Coming to America 2. So I mean, it was only right that Disney Plus, with all the content that they have, to come out with a streaming service, and I'm pretty sure they'll do the simultaneous route as well. Some of the shows. Let's get into some of the shows, and we can talk about what you most excited about. Best trailer, just things on the come up. The first show is Miss Marvel. What kind of expectation do you have for Miss Marvel? And
Honestly,
I'm gonna go ahead and say let's do two at a time because we'll be here all day if we didn't. Miss Marvel and She-Hulk.
I'm interested in both, but this is the brilliant thing about Marvel. Marvel might be the most brilliant. Like, you got the Jordan brand, you got you got the Jordan brand, you got Drake, and then you got Kevin Feige and Marvel. And that's like the greatest blueprints, plans that I've ever seen before.
Like Google and Apple.
Yeah, like just flawless rollouts, flawless blueprint. Marvel has gotten, because I'm a nerd. I've been a nerd my whole life. It's become cool in the last decade to be a nerd.
True.
I grew up when it wasn't cool to be a nerd.
Right.
I had to be an outsider and be a nerd. So right. I look at the new nerds a little funny. Like, wait a minute, y'all ain't nerds for real. Y'all wasn't nerding when people was turning their nose up at us for being nerds.
Fact. This is a fact.
That is a fact. But I also grew up on cartoons more than comic books.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the deep Marvel comic stuff I've heard of my whole life, but I don't know as well as some of the more popular Marvel things, because I was more of a cartoon watcher than I was a comic book reader. Now, every now and then, I would read a Spider-Man comic, a Batman comic, an X-Men comic, every now and then a Superman comic when I was in elementary school and things like that. Every now and then I would read one of those comics, but for the most part, I watched a lot of cartoons.
Right.
And that's how I was always up on everything.
So you say all that to say you're not excited for Miss Marvel and She-Hulk. That is all you had to say. Is that?
That's why I was going through the whole background of why I'm not as excited for She-Hulk and Miss Marvel as I would be for some of the newer Loki and WandaVision and things like that. Yeah, that's true. You got the gist of it.
That's fine. I'm not excited for it at all. Like, I mean, I'm gonna watch it though, and like you said, Marvel, they geniuses, so they could put together a product that'll be really, really, really good. So
that was my point. That was my point. That they have done such a great job with the universe and the whole system that we're gonna be excited to watch anything that they got they stamp on.
Right.
But as far as those particular characters, mm-hmm. I'm not as familiar with them. A little familiar with She-Hulk, but I'm definitely not that familiar with Miss Marvel. I know of her, but I'm not that familiar with her. But I'm excited because mm-hmm. it's Marvel.
Yeah. All right. The next two is Secret Invasion and What If.
I do think that What If is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I looked at that trailer. I like alternate reality and alternate universe type things. And that's what If kind of is. And so I'm excited about What If. The trailer was, I thought the trailer was phenomenal. The animation looked great. Just seeing Peggy Carter come up out of that, up out of there instead of Captain America, I thought that was cool. So
a lot of cool stuff in that trailer. I'm more excited for
a lot of cool stuff.
The What If gonna be dope, but I'm more excited for Secret Invasion because we got Samuel L. Jackson on the small screen. We got Nick Fury in his own series, and there ain't no telling who's gonna pop up in it, because he's connected to everybody. He the one that started this barbecue shit. He the one that put everybody together in that regard. So I'm more excited for that, and you get a lot of space. You're getting a lot of space stuff with Secret Invasion. So
gonna get to see some more of the scrolls and everything like that.
And they'll get into a lot of things that they can build on from that. Because once you start getting into the galaxy and all that stuff, it's an infinite things. It's an infinite amount of things that you can build upon from that. Seeing people's reaction, what they connect to. So
yeah.
all right, the next two is Winter Soldier, and Falcon and Loki. Now
we getting into my bag.
Yeah.
Captain America 2: The Winter Soldier is my favorite Marvel movie.
Probably the
it's like
greatest
1
Marvel
a.m.
movie of all time.
Huh?
That's a good debate. Winter Soldier being the greatest Marvel movie of all time.
I think it's the greatest Marvel movie of all time. Now they've got more impactful movies than that one.
Yeah.
But like the Infinity Wars and the First Avenger and Iron Man, and they got more impactful movies on the culture than that one. But to me, that's the most well put together, the greatest movie that they've made. So I'm excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I wasn't that impressed with the acting that I saw in the trailer, but they'll bring it. I know Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie got great chemistry. You ever watch any of their interviews that they do together?
Yeah.
They are foolish when they get together. So they got great chemistry already. I think it's going to be great. I think Bucky done lost a little bit of his mystique. The hair and the mask and the eyes make Bucky look, that's what makes Bucky look cool. If you remember, when Winter Soldier first came out, you didn't go with me to see it. And I was telling you how good it was, and you didn't believe me when I was over-exaggerating about how good it was.
Yeah.
And I wanted to name the next mixtape I was writing. I wanted to name it The Winter Soldier. You remember?
Yeah. It was that, yeah.
Yeah, but the hair and the eye, the black paint over the eyes and the mask used to make Bucky look so cool with the metal arm. He lost a little bit of that with the haircut and stuff like that.
Do you think they're trying to make him the new Cap? Because Falcon gonna be Falcon. He gonna have those one-liners. Disney, Marvel, they done such a cool job of making the Falcon cool. Now I'm not saying that he's Black Panther or anything like that. But they did a good job, because if you look at his character in the comic book, it's corny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like Aquaman was corny. They found a way to make him do a lot of cool stuff. And, besides that, he'll be Anthony Mackie with the clever and witty lines and stuff like that. And a little attitude. And, he got good chemistry with, Bucky. But what I say all that to say is, you think they're going to try to make Bucky the new Cap?
Well, if judging by the end game, Sam Wilson is going to be the new Captain America. So,
yeah,
I don't know if he's going to take the serum, or because Bucky already got serum in him. But it's one of those situations like, are you really gonna, if I'm Captain America and I'm looking for somebody to hand the shield over to, am I gonna hand it over to a super soldier that everybody knows now has been causing all of this trouble for all of these decades and assassinated these political leaders and everything, like killed the Starks and all of that?
Yeah.
People know about that stuff now. Black Widow released it, so everybody knows that it was the Winter Soldier that done it. So are you going to hand the shield to him, or are you going to hand it to Sam Wilson, somebody who's been in the military for a long time and everything like that? So judging by the end game, Sam Wilson is supposed to be the new Captain America. I just want him to release Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie is an extremely charismatic person.
Yeah.
I want to see that come through.
Yeah. They're going to need that. They're going to need that if it's just based around those, two characters. So, they're going to need him to, I think they're going to do a good job of showcasing his ability. Again, he ain't got to be in a big ensemble. It's just, hey, the Winter Soldier and the Falcon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think they're going to do a good job of, bringing those guys out.
I know that he's got to be Captain America, though. So is he going to have to be a more serious?
Is he going to be right? Is he going to have to be like righteous and all that good stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The portrayal, because Cap wasn't righteous. You know what I'm saying? They wanted him to be, but he wasn't.
Yeah. Cap had his moments.
I tell you what, them 5 action scenes that Bucky usually have better be on.
I hope they don't, because Bucky, hands down to me, has got the coolest fight scenes in the MCU.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he got the coolest fight scenes in the MCU, and he looks the coolest doing it.
He do.
So you got that to work with, and you got Sam Wilson flying through the air. They made him look cool in Civil War. They made him look cool in The Winter Soldier. And they made him look really cool in the trailer, flying away from the missiles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was getting it. So you got that going on in the air, and you got Bucky dominating on the ground. It can be explosive.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that it's Marvel, so they're gonna have great action sequences. So I'm excited about it.
Cool. All right. The next one is Loki.
Loki looked phenomenal.
That shit look like a movie.
Looks like a movie.
It looks like a movie, and it's a series. So that I mean, I don't know what he's going to be doing.
Yeah,
I know he's going to be causing mischief. Throughout the time continuum. But I don't know what he's going to be doing. What you think?
I believe that Loki is about to turn into what he was supposed to be the whole time since we've seen him. I think he's really about to turn into the god of mischief. Now, he's been the god of mischief in the movies, but he's also, I always felt like the reason why I didn't ever give Loki the tag of greatest villain in the MCU is because I never felt like he was a real threat. I felt like he was a mischief, like a thorn in Thor's side, but I never thought he was a real threat. Thor knew he could beat Loki whenever he wanted to. He just struggled with himself on whether or not I should whoop my brother.
Well, it was kind of making him a joke past the Avengers too. You know what I'm saying? So like that first Avengers movie, he was that deal. The first Thor movie, he was that deal. But then they started kind of going into this comedy route.
Well, even in Thor 2, Thor: The Dark World, he stole the show.
Yeah. He shit. The reason that movie was decent was because of him.
Because of him, he stole the show.
They started trying.
But I think Taika Waititi came in and said, "Hey, we can't keep having Loki be the coolest person in Thor. Mm-hmm. So now we got to find a way to give Thor a personality and make him the coolest person in his own movie. Right. He can't keep getting upstaged by Loki. That's a good director. So he came in and he done it.
Yeah.
He made Thor the most interesting person in this movie. So now it's Loki and Tom Hiddleston's turn, and I'm happy for Tom Hiddleston because he like, okay, I finally get the spotlight now. So I finally get to do me. So, I think he's about to kill it because he is a great Loki.
Yeah, I second that. I'm excited for it. I don't know what to expect, which is great because I don't know what to expect with a lot of these, series. But we'll see. I don't even know who's gonna be the villain. I mean, you just don't know. He
the villain.
He the villain, yeah. The next two that we have.
They got Owen Wilson too?
Yeah.
The
next two we have is Hawkeye and WandaVision. Start off with WandaVision.
WandaVision, it's gonna be a tie for best storylines. It'll be a tie for best storylines for Loki and WandaVision. And I think it's going to go to WandaVision. I think WandaVision's storyline is going to be phenomenal. Just looking at the trailer and watching her slip in the madness, it's like, it's going to be explosive. And it looks like they're setting up for a big battle sequence at the end of the show when Vision turned to her and said, we can fight for, this is our home. Let's fight for it. And it looked like they were setting up for a big action sequence, but she's slipping into madness, and I think she's supposed to have been gone crazy by the time Multiverse of Madness comes around.
And
I think she's going to open up the multiverse.
Yeah, that's what I think. And I think they said that the House of M might come from that as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, bringing in the X-Men and all that good stuff. So,
yeah. She got some power, man, and they hadn't been able to really focus on her so much. Marvel done such a great job at juggling all of these main characters, though, but they hadn't had a lot of time to showcase what Wanda really could do. The only time she really was able to showcase it is when she was choking Thanos.
Right.
When she had Thanos up, but now she's about to get ready to explode. And I think it's just so dope how they giving them these 50s and 60s and 70s sitcom and I Dream of Jeannie and I Love Lucy and all of that sitcom vibe that they've got.
Yeah,
it's gonna be phenomenal.
Yeah. Again,
Elizabeth Olsen looks amazing in it,
and the acting gonna be A1. With this, again, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
this is all kind of original. You know what I mean? If in a
Yeah.
sense, um, but yeah, I'm excited for this as well, and the CGI is amazing. Like it is A1. Um,
What
the
they
next,
doing with this CGI is sick.
the next one we have up here is probably going to be my favorite one, my most anticipated. Is Hawkeye. I think it's a lot that they can do with the Hawkeye character. Um, and I think this series is going to be based around the years that his family was gone when he was over there and he became Ronin. And
Yeah.
so I think in that regard, I think it's some cool action scenes that they can do, kind of Arrow-esque, but on a higher level that they
Yeah.
can dip into. And I just think it's so much that they can do with this character. I'm excited for Hawkeye.
Yeah.
He ain't got his
I
just due yet. He ain't got his just
yeah.
due.
Yeah. That I think that all Jeremy Renner is gonna take advantage of the opportunity that he's got, because at the end of the day, these people are actors and
Mm-hmm.
they want to act.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of them haven't gotten the opportunity to really be, because Thanos and Iron Man and Captain America have been still in the show for so long. These other characters, great characters and great actors, are about to get ready to be able to shine and show what they got. And now you're bringing Kate Bishop into the Hawkeye arena now.
Yes.
And I was looking at her set photos the other day. Her suit looks practical. It looked like something you could put together in your basement. So right. I'm like, maybe they taking a realistic approach to this show. And if they doing that, they can do a lot with it.
That's what I'm gonna like about it, because he's the one.
It's gonna be grounded and kind of gritty and based and grounded in a real world type of setting. Then hey, we can have a real good show.
It's gonna be some real real shit going on, because he don't have any superpowers.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm real excited for Hawkeye. That's my most anticipated one. I think it's some things that they can do with that.
All right. The shows we just named is probably my least anticipated, but I'm still excited for it.
Okay. The next, I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 in it, because I know one of them, two I ain't gonna know nothing about. We got Moon Knight, we got Ironheart, and Armor Wars. I have no fucking idea about. I know a little bit about Moon Knight, just a little bit.
I know a little bit about Ironheart.
Okay.
You know, so a little bit about Ironheart. But that's it. I'm in the dark.
We're in the dark. Okay, so Armor Wars is supposed to be around War Machine with the Cheeto. So it's that's some potential, stuff that they can do with that, because it's a couple shows that they didn't announce, which I'm gonna say one before we leave this Marvel subject, but they could do something with Armor Wars. And the last one that I have on my list is the Guardians of the Galaxy special.
Anything with Guardians, I'm here for it.
And James Gunn doing it.
Okay.
And so I don't know what to expect with that, but
is Dave Bautista going? I mean, because
I think
every week I hear a story about him not doing this and not doing that. So I'm not sure what he plans on doing. We need him for Drax.
Yeah, he was beefing with them. He was beefing with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think he's been kind of teed off ever since they done what they done to James Gunn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think he's been I think the whole cast been kind of on the fence.
Yeah.
With Disney ever since what happened to James Gunn.
Yeah, but they got him back, so.
They got him back.
They
got him back.
And the last one that I'm gonna bring up, they really didn't announce, but I know that they shooting it or just got done shooting it or about to shoot it. It's Blade. Now I don't know if Blade going to be a movie or it's gonna be a series. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be a series.
I thought they said it was gonna be a movie when they first at the beginning of the year before the T-virus got set out.
Okay, so there's gonna be a movie.
I thought they were saying it's gonna be a movie. Look at Isaac.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's what I'm real excited about. In that regard, go on over there. I told you I was going to do this, baby. Yeah, Isaac in the cut. He wanted to get a little air time. But yeah, anything you want to touch on before we leave this subject?
No, I just I can't wait for it. And we've been waiting the whole year on this. And I think obviously COVID pushed everything back. But I'm excited for every show, even the ones that we're in the dark about. I'm excited for them too. Marvel has just started a train, and they are unmovable object now. So everything that they about to get ready to release, I'm here for it. But I'm most excited about, I'll say WandaVision right now. I'm most excited about WandaVision.
WandaVision. Like I said, I'm most excited for Hawkeye. So we'll see. You know, they got some stuff. They got some stuff cooking.
Yep.
All right. The next thing we're gonna get into the Star Wars bag. They announced a whole lot of Star Wars content. You got the list, so I'm gonna let you run this down because I do not have the list next to me.
Yeah, I got the list. The first one on my list is the Obi-Wan Kenobi story. I know you love Obi.
You know, I think
Obi Price, real name, no gimmicks.
You know, I think Obi is the greatest Jedi of all time.
Yeah.
Just, you know, his hit list. You know,
I got Obi in the top 3.
Just his battles, the bodies that he didn't caught. You know what I mean?
Obi a problem.
He a problem. Now, he stole the loss against Darth Maul. Darth was over there playing around.
Darth could have killed him.
He could have killed him around the plane and got his ass sliced up like a potato.
Darth executed that fight perfectly.
Yeah.
Darth knew that he had to separate them to beat him. Yeah. And he figured out a way to separate them. He killed Qui-Gon and didn't even turn around and look at him.
Yeah.
Stabbed him in the chest, never looked back.
Yeah.
He knew he was gone.
Yeah.
Scared Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan was so mad, he came out, and that may have been like the best. That's some of the best lightsaber duel that we've ever seen when Obi first came out. Maul beat him, and then he started acting stupid.
For no reason. He made quick work out of Qui-Gon, but why you gonna play around with Obi-Wan?
Why you playing around with him, man? Go on and talk about it, slinging the sword down at the man. Kill it. Throw that sword at that man.
Playing with. But and they got Ewan McGregor to come back and play your Obi-Wan. They got the OG.
Ewan McGregor.
That's what I said.
Oh.
I can't talk. I'm from the hood. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The OG Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
I'm real excited about that. I don't know what this shit is going to be about. I think it's going to be the period between episode 3 and episode 4, maybe. That's the only way that they can do it.
Yeah, Anakin gonna be in it, so
it's the OG Anakin. Not the OG Anakin, but Hayden Christensen. So it gotta be the period between episode 3 and episode 4.
Yeah. Or between episode 2 and episode 4. I don't know.
It gotta be.
I don't know, because if it's gonna be Anakin before he gets in the suit.
Yeah, because why would they need Hayden Christensen to come back if he's gonna be in the suit?
If he's gonna be in the suit, unless it's gonna be flashbacks.
Unless it's some flashbacks.
I blame Obi-Wan for Darth Vader in the first place. So that's why I can't have Obi as the GOAT Jedi. That happened right under his nose. He got to take an L for that.
That happened under all their nose.
Yeah, but he was the guardian. If Qui-Gon wouldn't have died, that wouldn't have happened to Anakin. The tragedy happened to Anakin because Obi-Wan was like a big brother to him, I believe. They talked about this on Star Wars Galaxy. And I agreed with it. It's like, if Qui-Gon wouldn't have died, Qui-Gon understood more than Obi-Wan did that Anakin needed a family because he got torn away from his family. Qui-Gon would have been more of a father figure. Qui-Gon also is a little bit of a rebel, like Anakin. Mm-hmm. So he would have understood all of Anakin's frustrations and all of that. He would have been a father figure. He would have watched over Anakin better, and Palpatine never would have been able to get his grips on him. Obi-Wan was a big brother to him. It's like, I'm gonna train you, I'm gonna do this and that with you, but you also on your own a little bit too. And that's why he was able to get mentored by Palpatine and get manipulated like that. I blame Obi-Wan for that.
Well, Obi-Wan was still kind of growing up too. It seemed like Obi-Wan was still kind of fairly young, as opposed to Qui-Gon, as opposed to Qui-Gon being a bit older. Like Qui-Gon probably would have been a father figure more so than Obi-Wan being a brother.
Yeah.
So that's different kind of experiences in life, just reflecting off something in real life. It's something fathers can tell you that your brothers can't tell you because the father did it before. Yeah. So I mean, I can't hold him accountable to some shit that he probably wasn't ready for.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, but yeah, I'm real excited for that series. I don't know, what time period. Again, before all this shit come out, I'm gonna go back through and comb through everything. So to make sure I'm
about to go back and watch all of the Clone Wars and all the Rebels. I'm starting Clone Wars today, and I'm gonna watch because all of the new characters and shows gonna be coming out, and I want to be reminded and refreshed and up on all of the new characters.
Exactly, because they're gonna slip new characters in, they're gonna slip old characters in. So we kind of got to know where everybody, what's what.
Yep.
What we got next?
We got Ahsoka. You hadn't watched The Mandalorian yet, so you don't know how cool Ahsoka looked in The Mandalorian episode 5, I think.
I seen the makeup. I seen how she looked. I seen it trending. But I don't know nothing and I don't want to know nothing. So
she looks extremely cool.
Okay.
Rosario Dawson absolutely nailed the way Ahsoka is, the mannerism, the mystique, everything. She looks like a skilled, trained, seasoned Jedi Knight.
And that's cool that she getting her own series. Why Rosario Dawson don't get the credit she deserved? Because she smashed everything that she in.
Always. Well, I if I'm not mistaken, the fans lobbied for her to get Ahsoka.
Okay. Because she's phenomenal in everything she in.
Huh?
She phenomenal in everything she in.
Everything. I had never
she'll give you 30 and 10.
Yeah. And she fine.
Yeah, fine. I love her personality. She got a presence on the screen. She can carry scenes, and she's going to look like she can do a lot of those things.
Yeah. So. She looks good in The Mandalorian when I ain't gonna tell you nothing because you waiting to watch it and binge it after it's all finished. But she looks good. I'm excited for the show.
Okay. What we got next?
We got Rangers of the New Republic, which I'm extremely excited about. I love that. Look, people been dissing Disney Star Wars since 2015 when The Force Awakens came out. But when Disney is not trying to piggyback on George Lucas, and when they're doing their own thing and telling their own stories, they have delivered some of the best Star Wars content of all time.
Yeah.
Rogue One is probably my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. The Mandalorian is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
The way they made some, the New Republic is going to be insane.
Yeah.
I love the way that they telling these stories because in the movies, Star Wars has always kind of left a lot to the imagination. And there's a lot of holes to be filled in. So now what you're doing, especially with The Mandalorian and Rogue One, is you're getting to see smaller stories, not the big grandiose stories, but the smaller story. Everyday folk going through the everyday situations, living in that era. That's what's so great about it.
Living in that feel that we all, were just brought to on screen by Darth Vader. They was scared.
Yeah.
Like you get to see why people were scared. You get to see the reign of terror, the era in which they lived. So again, they smaller stories, but it's a lot of small, rich stories that you can pull from that. Because it's a lot of heroes, regular folk that you can, relay on the screen. Like I agree with you. Rogue One of the best. It's better than any of the new Star Wars movies that they made.
Yeah. Easy.
Like go off what you said. I feel like they try to dip off into the past instead of, making these characters their own. You know what I mean? Like to me, they wasted Kylo Ren. He's one of the greatest characters that we've had. So
yeah,
I'm excited for that as well, because it's going to be real grounded, and it's going to feel like Rogue One. You could feel like you was there. You
yeah.
could feel that anxiety that they was going through. So yeah.
It's so grounded. It feels so real. The new Disney Star Wars movies feel more real to me than any even the originals to me didn't feel as real and grounded.
Well, that goes to the CGI
based in reality as these new Star Wars. Now, I'm not talking about the ones where they try to piggyback on George Lucas and mess up his legacy, by bringing Palpatine back and screwing up the prophecy and all of that, because it's hard to try to piggyback on a classic.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that. If I was them, I wouldn't have touched it. And I would have just started making all this new material that they are brilliant at. That's what I would have done from the very beginning, and I would have left George's stuff alone.
Well, they should have brought their own characters in. The first movie had that old nostalgic shit in there, and then 2 and 3 we in our own bag. We got our own stories to tell. You know what I mean? We got our own things that we've gone through, but they still was living in the past, having those old characters on there. The second new movie that they made, episode 8.
It's 7, 8, and 9.
Okay, 8. The one where he fought Kylo Ren. The Last Jedi. Where he fought Kylo Ren fought Luke Skywalker. That whole movie they won a lightsaber battle.
Well, they had to me, one of the greatest lightsaber scenes is them fighting the guards, him and Rey. I thought
that was in that. Oh yeah, you're right. So it won a light.
I thought that was dope.
Between 2 Jedi, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They set up like it was going to be this big showdown between Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker, and it ended up being a diversion, which was, I thought it was a clever spin, but we wanted to see the...
I hated that just as much as I hated the Twilight. That's what made me hate Twilight. They had that big fire-ass fight at the end. It was like, nah.
Yeah.
I ain't right.
I think that when you're doing that, stop outthinking yourself. As a director, you outthinking yourself, Rian Johnson. You outthinking yourself. We want to see Kylo Ren versus Luke. Yeah. Give us Kylo Ren versus Luke. It would have saved anything else that you done that people didn't like. It would have saved it. Mm-hmm. Don't outthink yourself. Don't outthink the project. Give us Kylo Ren versus Luke.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we wanted to see. Now, I like parts of, I can pick parts out of all of those 7, 8, and 9. I can pick parts out of them that I liked in every one of them. But the new stuff, when Disney does their own thing, they're phenomenal.
I agree.
Rogue One and The Mandalorian, phenomenal. So the Rangers of the New Republic is going to be sick. It's going to be sick.
What we got next?
Let's try
to do 2 at a time. Because we kind of
Next we got Andor. So that's Cassian from Rogue One.
Yeah.
And then I have no idea, hooked on phonics, how to pronounce this next one. It's the Acolyte. Acolyte. I don't know why I'm having such a difficult time with that word, but I am. I am not dumb, but for whatever reason, I'm having a hard time with that word. Maybe because I've never seen it before.
I have zero excitement for both of those, only because I don't know what's going on with those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm excited about Cassian because of Rogue One. I'm excited about Cassian Andor because I'm in Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie, and that is it might be my favorite droid is a K2, and K2 might be in there. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about Captain Andor. And Acolyte, we'll see. We'll see. It looks cool. The pictures look cool.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah. So we'll see what we go with that.
Now we got next 2. We got the Bad Batch, which I have no clue what's going on.
No idea.
And then we got Lando.
Now Lando, me. I love Childish Gambino. I think Childish Gambino is, the most talented man in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm not
But we can go back
as high on Childish Gambino, even though I think, look, I've been watching This Is America video all week. It's one of the best videos I ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm. And he got Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Atlanta's a phenomenal show. But yeah, him as Lando, I love. By the way, now
I didn't like
I want to say
Lando
this.
as much, but I'm willing to see him do some more stuff because I believe in him.
And it's cool to have a black character doing cool things. So I hope they have him in there doing a lot of cool shit. He got to be cool. He got to sell it. He got to do it. So cool. In that regard, I don't know what he's going to be doing, but it's a lot of stuff. It's space. So he can go anywhere. You can give him any missions. It's anything that he could do. Are you going to have Han Solo in it?
Yeah, you might bump back into Han Solo. Woody Harrelson might wind up in it because he was in the Solo movie. Stuff like that. Calrissian, take the princess and the Wookiee back to my ship. Hey, that wasn't a part of the deal. Neither was handing Han over to this bounty hunter. Perhaps you think you are being treated unfairly.
That's episode 4. That's episode 4, right?
That's Empire Strikes Back.
Okay,
after Lando betrayed Solo and got Solo and them captured by Darth Vader, and then Darth Vader
intimidated. The very beginning, though.
Huh?
It's the very beginning of that movie, right?
That's like it's toward the last hour, probably.
Okay.
That's when Lando betrayed Solo and got Solo with the bounty hunter and everything like that.
Yeah, he was popping shit like he wasn't scared too.
Yeah,
Lando was.
Yeah,
like he's gonna talk to Vader like that.
But when after Vader pointed in his face and said, "Perhaps you feel like you are being treated unfairly," that boy didn't say nothing.
That's true. That's true.
Darth will choke you.
Force choke you with the quickness. Choke you quick. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for it because it's a recognizable character. Childish Gambino is a real talented dude. I'm not as high on him as you, but you're a super fan of him. I do like him though.
Okay.
We got Visions. I have no idea, and we got a droid story, which C-3PO and R2 was on the cover. It's Star Wars, so I'm gonna watch it. But I hate C-3PO, so I can't stand him. I've always hated C-3PO.
I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I don't know. I don't know how they can make it interesting. Cool droids. It's a lot of alien races they can maybe put in it. A lot of cool alien races. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Well, to me, Disney probably just said, name a show you want to do.
Well, they did a Baby Yoda story.
Yep.
I mean,
well, it's not Baby Yoda no more, but you'll see.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I need to go ahead and start watching that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I'm excited for all this new content, Marvel and Star Wars. There's a lot.
We got one more.
Oh, okay.
The last one, and it's Mandalorian season 3.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Pedro Pascal gonna be in the 3rd season?
He should.
Okay.
He should be. I hope he is because he's great as the Mandalorian.
Okay.
I think they had a little riff, during the making of season 2, because I think that Pedro Pascal was wanting to pull his helmet off more so he can act, because actors want to act. That's what they want to do. Yeah. And don't no actor want to get around in no helmet the whole time, but you also, I'm assuming you knew what it was before you got involved in it too, but I could understand why he wanted to take that helmet off some and act.
I agree.
Actors want their face to be seen. That's what they do. So I mean, I can understand it, but I also understand Favreau saying, no, this is what it is, and so
this is what we're gonna do.
This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Again, we're not gonna get into the movies that It's a lot of Marvel movies they got coming that we hadn't talked about. They supposed to be doing another trilogy of Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get into that. We're just gonna stick strictly to the shows. If you like, why y'all didn't talk about this? That's why these are strictly series. These are strictly shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for everything. Anything else you want to say about this upcoming slate?
I'm to be honest with you, I'm ecstatic to see anything that Disney got going on. I've been a Disney fan my whole life, and now they've taken over the world and actually turned into the evil empire. So, so I mean, they got control of everything now. So, I'm always excited for what Disney got going on. When Disney doesn't have to try to piggyback on other classic work, which is hard to do. When they do their own thing, like with The Mandalorian and with Rogue One and with what they've done with Marvel, and when they appoint nerds, I'm a big fan of that. Appoint nerds to direct this stuff. You got Kevin Feige, he's a nerd, and look what he's done with Marvel. You got Favreau. Go watch Star Wars Gallery and tell me you don't think Jon Favreau is a nerd. He's a nerd. Yeah. That's why he knows what he's doing. He knows what we want to see because he's a nerd, and he's one of us, and he knows what he wants to see.
Facts. That's big facts.
So appoint these nerds, keep appointing the nerds. Hey, maybe we'll get a job.
Maybe we'll see. That remains to be seen. But yeah, before I get off of here, I want to give a shout out to our boy Chavis Williams for being
Chavo,
the new head football coach for the Dora High Bulldogs, our alma mater. That's a big story. I maybe should have led with that. But yeah, as we do every episode, we like to leave you guys with something to watch, something to listen to. What do you have to leave with the people, Ray Shaw?
To be honest with you, I'm still stuck on Dawson's Creek.
Still?
Yeah, I'm rewatching it again now. So you got to understand, I grew up on that show though. I used to not go to school so I could finish watching it in the morning. So I grew up on that show. But what I'm looking forward to is Cobra Kai season 3.
Okay. Well, I got a couple things to suggest to you guys. I'm currently watching Ozark. Phenomenal show. Marty Byrde, Jason Bateman, he's Marty Byrde.
I heard it. Great.
But it's a phenomenal show. I'm combing through it. I'm on season 3 right now, and I'm finishing that off. It's a great show. I highly recommend that, especially if you like normal people dipping in and out of drug play. That's all I'm saying about that. And as far as musically, Jack Harlow, the dude that made What's Poppin', he just dropped a CD this weekend, and I like some songs off of it. It's kind of like hit bass, where he kind of went for hits, as opposed to just having a good cohesive album. But I like it nonetheless. I suggest that you guys listen to that, and I also suggest Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon 3. He dropped this weekend, and it's really, really good. I'm halfway through that. I'm combing through that because it's a little bit longer than the Jack Harlow. But if you're a Kid Cudi fan, you're gonna love it. When you listen to Cudi, you feel like you float. So I highly suggest listening to those albums. Just put it in, something new, something to vibe to. If you like it, rock with it. If not, don't. Cool. Anything else you want to say to the people?
Continue to wear your mask. Stop overthinking it.
Look, y'all need to wear y'all mask. Y'all some
golly.
I understand your rights and all that. I get it. I understand. But if you're going into Walmart, if you're going to Dollar General, you're going to these highly populated areas, wear your mask for the little 10 minutes that you finna be in instead of being defined. If y'all have I don't get it.
I don't understand it. Like,
it's not gonna be 100%.
Understand that you don't like to be told what to do. I understand that you want to be a rebel and this, that, and the other. Man, look, I understand that it's not 100%. It's probably about 80% though. And it's better than not having a mask on at all. If it passes through saliva and it passes through droplets, quite obviously, if you got something there to block the droplets from getting out on other people, then it's better than not having one on. I hate wearing them too. I understand it. I hate wearing them too. I want people to see my face. I think I got a pretty face. I like people to see my face and everything. I get it. You know, the mask don't go with your outfit. I get it.
Yeah.
Put it on. This is bigger than you. Put it on. Protect the people you're around. You don't want to get it to somebody and they take it to their loved ones and something happen to their loved ones. Put the doggone thing on. Then 5 minutes you're going to be in the store and come on out and take it back off and go home.
You selfish mother.
For real. Stop being selfish.
Stop. Just don't make it. Quit making it difficult. Come on, people.
Quit making it difficult. Stop overcomplicating. Stop overthinking it. Put it on, please.
Well, having said that, you know, this is Nova Trifecta. Peace, love, and light, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.